Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Subnautica. So, it's been a little while since I last played. I think it's been about, it's been about 10 days since I last played. But I think we're about ready to start. So, if I remember last time, I did actually prepare for the episode upcoming, so I shouldn't have too much to worry about. I made enough materials for me to make an extra power cell charger in here. I do remember that. And I should have the materials I need to make an additional power cell charger. I should have prepared everything. Yeah, I've got enough for a power cell charger and enough for a hatch. That was the other thing I needed. So as soon as these finished charging, I didn't realize they weren't done actually. We'll go back up. Let's see. I wanted to look at the proposed Degassi habitat location. Degassi? I think I've been saying that wrong, to be honest. And then we can go back into the Lost River and explore a little bit farther. Trying to think if there's anywhere else I really want to explore that I haven't quite poked into yet. Do I have any more tablets? Because I know I used the tablet I had last time, and I'd like to keep a spare on me in case they aren't nice enough to drop me with one, you know. Okay, there's a tablet. Take a med kit too, just in case. Water would probably be a good idea as well. We've got food on board, so I'm not too worried about that. I think we're kind of closing in. I don't think we're super close to the end game yet. But I think we've more or less past mid-game-ish. And we're heading into end-game now. Because we've explored most of the areas in the game. I've purposefully kept away from a few kinder iffy areas. Although, you know, that being said, I'd like to take a look at them before we end the game, so maybe I've got a couple ideas left. I'm just wasting time while that battery charges, mind you. So we're obviously going to go deeper into that cave, because that's where, the in-game stuff is. I also want to, like I said, explore some of those areas we haven't seen. They're kind of dangerous areas that I don't remember being particularly useful, but we'll at least look at them. And I also wanted to show you guys at some point what happens when a Cyclops explodes, dies, for lack of a good term. Because that's actually really cool, so I'm going to make a spare one and show you guys at some point. And other than that, I think it's about it. Oh yeah, so I remember in the last video, I totally didn't notice it while I was playing, but the character's gloves came off when I was controlling the Cyclops, and was showing that the character had these large green pustules, or whatever you'd call them,
welcome aboard, Captain,
on their hand. And it was, it was showing you that the disease was getting closer, to being onset fully. And then there was a text dialogue about it too, but I just missed that the character had that on his hand. So, whoops. What else? Oh yeah, there's apparently been some kind of, I think some DLC. Oh, whoops. There's some DLC that was announced for the game that, to be honest, I'm kind of stoked about.
all systems online.
I think it's supposed to be a different area than you see in the game normally. I think it's also supposed to have a different character. There's supposed to be quite a few different things that sound really cool. And it's a paid DLC. You know, what would make sense because the game's been in early access for so long. I kind of wonder if they're hurting for funds a little bit. And considering how great I think the game is and how long I've had it in early access, I'm still, you know, I'd be very stoked to buy it. Unless it was, like, absurdly expensive. But I don't think it would be. Because the game was never that expensive anyway. So, that's definitely something we'll be looking into in the future, I think, whenever that does come out. Let's see, before we go here, we're going to check out the Degassi habitat.
Engine powering up.
And I'll do sort of the same thing I did last time, where I'll keep the recording running as per usual. When we go down into the cave again, I likely won't show you the whole trip unless I get attacked by a giant scary fish again. In which case, you know, I'll cut back in for that. But other than that, we're just going to go on a nice leisurely stroll to the bottom of the world. I'm going to guess they found a cave somewhere and poked into it, because, I mean, this is under the ocean floor. So there's a couple options here. One is that there is just an easy, simple to find cave, which I think I may have just located. Okay, I'm going to go with that option. The other I was going to say was connected to that really big cave we were in a bit ago. I've never been down here, mind you. So I don't really know what we're dealing with. Is this more... did they put it in another freaking jelly shrimp cave? Oh my god, they're a bunch of idiots. They put it in another jelly shroom cave. Why would you do this? What's wrong with you? Yeah, this is just another jelly shroom cave, really. I see it. You're surrounded by a ton of crab snakes. Why would you do this? I wanna lasso one. This one seems a bit smaller. I never knew this one existed, although I think I heard about... Oh, I think there's one in... No, wait, no. It's not a big one. I think I've heard about this. Wait, no, this is connected to the same one, isn't it? I've been here. Haven't I? Oh. Okay. I have been here. And I've gotten all the things. Okay. So I came here before I was given a location to come here. That is kinda disappointing, to be honest. Didn't really expect that. It's part of the same cave system. Which isn't surprising, because the Jelly Shrimp Cave is actually a pretty big cave. But it's a little bit annoying. Alright, well, I suppose, sorry, disappointment aside, I suppose I will see you guys when I get back into the Lost River again. And we'll start off on that blue thing again and finish setting up our forward operating base. Alright, just got here, everyone. Almost set my ship on fire. I was playing around with the fire scrubbers. That thing. And running the engine really hot to see what happened. I didn't play around with it too much, so I don't know if it just explodes after a while, but yeah, that was fun. Let me turn off the engine.
Engine powering down.
I forgot to turn on the lights again. I think that happens when you go into silent running. I think it automatically turns them off. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to do this on foot. I forgot, because I've got to build some stuff still. So hopefully while I'm inside this place, I should not be on fire. I think I built it in a way where I wouldn't be, but let's find out.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Alright, cool. Didn't I build a thermal thing? Is it just not close enough? Ah, crap. Do I need gold? Dang it. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I know. Let's put it a tiny bit closer to our base, see if it is okay with it then. It still should be hot enough right there, I think. Maybe not generate as much power, but I think it'll be hot enough. Okay, cool. They can hold 250, so that's a decent amount.
All primary systems online.
So now, there's a couple things you'd want to make in a forward operating base. I don't... Crap. Titanium. That's okay, we can get titanium here. I don't need most of the stuff that like a normal forward operating base would provide us. As the Cyclops itself does that, but, you know, if you're making an actual forward operating base, you would want, you know, maybe to make some food up here. You'd want... You know, you'd want a lot of different things. I don't need most of them because the sub itself provides that. I know if not in this chamber, the chamber before this had angry noises. The chamber before this one had some titanium that we could harvest. Let me see if I have any on the Cyclops itself.
Captain, all systems online.
Put that away. Might not have it. Oh, here's some. There's also a fish. In case I want to eat him. He's just living in there. Kind of feel bad for him, actually. Alright. This is the only real thing I need from all this. But, yeah, we could make water generation. You could do a lot of stuff. You could even throw in a window or two, which I almost certainly do not have glass on me, I imagine. Yeah. You could throw in a fabricator. All sorts of fun stuff. So, since we've got this set up, which, by the way, I don't technically need, but, you know, if I'm playing around with some of the more high power usage like the sonar or the shield, or even just silent running, it's quite helpful. Because it takes about... I want to say it takes about 1 power cell's, or maybe a bit more. Maybe a power cell and a half worth of power to get down here in the first place. Oh yeah, and last time, since it has been a couple days, I'll bring this up. Last time we did... Let's see, do that and that for now. We did make the depth modules for the Cyclops and for the prawn suit. So we get about an extra 400 feet out of that. In order to make the next upgrades, we need... Did I make it for the prawn suit? I did make it for the prawn suit, yeah. In order to make the better ones, we'd have to go back to... where is it? This blueprint guide is not the most... it's not the easiest thing to navigate. So we've got Mark II for Cyclops, because it started at 500, went to 900, now we're at 1400. In order to get the deepest one, we need kyanite, which we will hopefully be getting during this dive today. And we also need kyanite for that as well. That's our big limiting factor. We've not run into kyanite yet in the world. That's going to take a little bit to charge. So I may take a quick break. I'll dive around for some more nickel that's in this area, and I'll come back when the batteries are charged. Alright, I got all my power cells out. It would be important to make forward operating bases, and I think I've got a friend who plays this. I've talked about them before. They like to make little forward operating bases everywhere. And if you were trying to set up for some really long-term, survival situation, then yeah, that would probably be a great idea. But I don't know how long we're going to be able to survive on this planet. Did you see that? Apparently these ghost rays do that a lot. But I don't think we're going to be surviving on this planet too long, either because we're going to die or because we're going to get rescued or something. I don't know. Okay, I do know I'm lying, but either way, this planet is dangerous. Alright, so we're going to move forward a bit. There's farther we can go into this cave, although I think we're kind of closing in. Because we can only go down about another 400 meters before I get stuck again. But I think it should be far enough that I should be able to get the kyanite I need. I certainly hope so, because we can't go any deeper after that. I think what we also might end up doing, because there's I did briefly skim, there's a pretty big list of places that I haven't been yet. So I'll end up looking them up at some point and going over them, because I'd hate to miss some of the cool stuff just because I'm scared of exploring anywhere new. Alright. That guy's infected. So this is when I would say it arguably starts getting a bit scarier. We're at the end of this section, and we take a sudden drop down here. So even if you did manage to limp your way in here, like you could do it just barely under above 900 meters. This is where you get stopped, because you have to take a sudden dive to keep going. And I want to get a good angle. Hold on, we can get a better angle like this. Yeah, there's some like waterfalls for the blue stuff. There's another one. But yeah, we're gonna start heading down here. This might actually be a better camera angle anyway, for just diving straight down. And it's gonna start getting a little spookier. Certainly cooler, but spookier nonetheless. Oh, and the lighting changed too, you see that? Woo! Fish hit the camera. Oh, I'm scared. Okay. So, if my memory serves me right... Excuse me. We are in... This doesn't go much of anywhere, I don't think. No, it doesn't. We are now transitioning from the Lost River. What's that blue part? Was still part of the Lost River, mind you. To the inactive lava zone. I believe is what they call it here. Dang it. This place is barely big enough for your sub. I think it's pretty hot down here. Let's take a little walk. I think that might be fun.
Engine powering down.
It's weird. What is that noise? So this stuff's safe to walk on. You can see it's 50 degrees, so it's pretty toasty down here. Can I get out? Or do I die? Yeah. Okay. Too hot to explore on foot at any point past this point, as far as I can tell. So there's some lava down there. It's quite toasty. And we're heading in this direction. We'll come back in a bit. Oh, you know what I need? I forgot. I need the drill arm. See, this is when the jump jet starts becoming useful because I can't carry the grappling hook and the drill arm and still pick things up. Wow. Which is pretty important, considering that that you can't really get out for too long without taking some light damage. So, where did I put that drill arm? What is it telling me to scan? Alright then. Scan it straight through the wall. Lava larva. Low threat level. A grub-like species which appears to lack sight. Oh, that must be the thing that was making the weird noise. Appears to lack sight and smell, but is able to sense and drain thermal and electrical energy in its immediate environment. Oh crap, am I losing power? Oh crap, I forgot they do that, don't they? Well, he's not draining too much. We'll go beat him up in a second. I forgot about that, they can do that. Suction cup, attached to smooth surfaces and generate high pressure suction. Thick scales protect from extreme temperature. Lacks a traditional digestive system. Instead, it powers its internal processes directly from the energy it consumes. Attracted to energy sources of all kinds, draws energy from its prey to survive. Remove to conserve batteries. Okay, we'll go get rid of him real quick. They're not removing much power, I don't think. It's more for the smaller vehicles. Although then again, the Seamoth can only go down to 900 meters at its lowest depth, so the Seamoth isn't really one to worry about. It's really just for the prawn suit and the Cyclops. Let me get all that nickel ore out. Alright, so we're gonna take off that and put in that. I need that jump jet booster. I'm out of boost. It's okay. We can jump up to this ledge and then do it. You need nickel to make it. I've grabbed enough nickel, so whenever we do get back, I can go and make it. I see him up there. I see two of them. We'll get him off, don't worry. Get out of here, you stupid worm! He's dead. That one's alive still. I'm sure he'll be a problem later. Oh, there's another one. Gotta kill him. Like mosquitoes. Leeches. Oh, I think I killed that one. I forgot about those guys. Like I said, oh, there's another one. Like I said, I've been down here like a grand total of 1 times. Crap, I'm not gonna have enough boost, am I? Get up there. Okay, did it. I'm gonna lower the submarine a bit so it's not so hard to get into. Oh, he's back on the... There's another one back in the front.
Engine powering up.
They're draining a decent chunk. I mean, it's not too much, but it's enough that I'm getting a little concerned about it. Okay, that should be a bit easier to get in and out of. Of course, once we get the ability to thermally recharge, they won't be as big of a problem, I think. Got him! Suck it, bugs! Oh, crap. This isn't where I want to be. We're okay. Barely. I think direct contact with the lava will damage us. Not ideal. Oh yeah, there's another interesting bug. I don't know if they ever bothered to fix it. What is this? Oh, copper ore. There's another interesting bug that it used to be. Come on! Oh, dang it! If you parked your Cyclops really close to the ground and you got out with a vehicle, you would get sent out of bounds. That wasn't a problem, of course, with like the Seamoth. You could just, I think, you could just direct yourself back inbounds. But well, if you were in a good spot and you were out of boost, the prawn suit could really be in trouble. So I need to be mindful of that. Because we're pretty deep in the ocean, so there's pretty low chances that I would find a decently safe and also not dangerous depth to save myself at without running into problems. Alright. Let's keep moving forward and let me drop off all this extra stuff I don't need. We should, when we see kyanite, you should see it and be like, oh wow, that's kyanite. I wonder, does the shield knock off the little guys? That's a good question. But yeah, when you see kyanite, I'm pretty sure you'll know it. Hold on. It does. Alright, fair enough. It does consume a chunk of power, but if it knocks them all off, that's not bad. Oh crap. That consumes a bit of power too. So, as you can tell by the obvious name, the inactive lava zone is a section that used to have lava. Like, in it. And there's a little bit at the bottom still. There's lava falls. But is mostly devoid of any, like, major running lava now. Let's see if he's gonna do it. Oh, he wanted to. Oh, he did! Get off here, bugs. There's some lava fall right there. Ooh, we are losing some power. I think mostly just my pulses I've been doing are certainly not helping us out. Let's drop right here and take a look around. We'll drop right about here. Unless they change the kyanite texture, it shouldn't look too different.
Engine powering down.
You know what would be smart? Let's look at the keel and make sure. I'm gonna drop like right in lava, I think, because the doors are a little bit farther forward. Let's drop a little bit more.
Engine powering up.
Move forward and drop a bit more. We'll try that.
Engine powering down.
It is a legitimate danger. I'm sure I could figure out how to get out of here with the prawn suit. But that would just be a pain. Fun little bugs. Do it again, I dare you. Freaking leech fish. Oh. I'm playing boat tower defense over here. That one's infected too. It's okay, fish friend, I feel your pain. Get off my boat. Crap. You gonna make it? I think we're okay. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Weird lava pustules. There's some more crystalline sulfur. I'm gonna need some of that. Might as well grab it now. There's that water or lava fall I saw a bit ago. I didn't finish knocking off all the bugs yet. Or at least I don't know if I did. Oh no, I saw one on the tail.